What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're having a good day. Now, before I start this battle, I need to bring praise to where it's due, and I want to thank a friend of mine whose name is nojnp because he's honestly made me the coolest background I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying it because it's on my channel. Just look at this. You're going to see another version of the picture in a minute. If you want to check this out a little bit longer, of course, you can just go to my channel, which is probably the top left or right link, above this video. And this guy, he just made the coolest thing I've ever seen on the background of YouTube. So if you guys want to check out his channel, his link will be the first one in the description. You could see what else he's made in the past. He's just a really cool guy, and I appreciate the work he's done for me. Anyway, this is going to be an OU battle with a guy named Iconicmanyula. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of his name, but I battled him in the past when he was using his different YouTube account. I really encourage you to check him out. He has a cool accent. His name is Georgie, if you guys didn't know, and he's starting up YouTube again, so all the support for him would be very much appreciated. Anyway, I'm using a team that I've used once before, and I'll be completely honest, this battle just goes so right for this team, and since this battle, I've changed the team up because it has a lot of weaknesses, but for whatever reason, it really worked in this battle. I decided to upload it because it's pretty fun. He's going to lead with a Jellicent, as I'm going to lead with my Breloom. This guy's anti-lead, which I've noticed I've just been using a lot of anti-lead, but I know I will be able to outspeed him, so I might as well spore him or someone else he brings in. And I get the spore on the Jellicent, which is awesome because next turn I'm just able to go into my my Rotom, which will be able to Volt Switch on any one of his Pokemon except that Mamoswine, and I really don't think he wants to bring in his Mamoswine just yet. He is going to switch out and he's going to go into his Hawkeye. As soon as I saw that, it's like Hawkeye, obviously the Skarmory nickname, which is great for me because this will give me an opportunity to go for the Volt Switch, get switch priority on a Pokemon he most likely will switch into because why would he stay in with his Skarmory? So after this, he's going to bring in his Latias, and this guy kind of scared me. Now I'm going to bring in my Dragonite, and as I said before in my last upload with this battle, this Dragonite set is really weird. If you take a look at this move set, like it doesn't really have any rhyme or rhythm. I just wanted a Pokemon that would be unexpected, has a weird move set, still has that priority move in the extreme speed, and he's the multi-scale ability, so I have no problem staying in here. I know because I'm plus special attack nature, I will be able to get a Draco Meteor off any one of his Pokemon. Thankfully, he's actually going to stay in Dragon Pulsing me because I have the multi-scale, of course. I will be able to take it kind of well, and I will be able to go for the Draco Meteor. Not necessarily sure if it would take him out because I don't know what set Latias is. Recently, I've actually been seeing a lot of timid offensive with Life Orb, and those are actually kind of scary. But I am able to take him out right here with a critical hit. Not really sure if that mattered because I don't know his set, but if I didn't get the critical hit and he was around 15% HP, I would probably be able to take him out with my extreme speed. Anyway, he's going to bring in his Mamoswine to threaten me out. He's going to make the good play. He's going to bring in his Heatran, as I am going to switch out, and I'm going to go into my Donphan right here because I'm pretty sure I would be able to take any one of his hits pretty well. Even if he wanted to go for the super effective Icicle Crash, I should be able to take at least one. If he wanted to go for the rocks, of course I could spin it away because his Rapid Spin blocker being a Jellicent is not really a threat, especially because it is sleeping right now. So I am going to go for the my first layer, not my first layer, I'm going to get at my rocks as he's going to bring in his first layer of spikes. Now I'm actually going to roar him out right here, and I'm unfortunately going to roar him out into this Mamoswine because my thought process was I was going to roar him out into really any Pokemon that I should be able to take a hit, and then I'll be able to Rapid Spin away, and maybe depending on what HP I am, I will be able to go for another roar. I have only one attacking move on this Donphan, and it's actually Stone Edge. Not really sure why. I really had to choose one or another, being the Stone Edge or the Earthquake, and I figured it would be good to hit Pokemon that are flying in the air, but that's not going to be the case. He's actually going to be able to flinch me right there and then take me out with another move. But he does have the Life Orb, which means I would be able to outspeed him with the faster Pokemon. Instead, I'm going to bring in my Rotom, which he does not know the item with because he doesn't know if I have leftovers. I haven't lost any HP yet, so maybe I'll make him think that I'm Choice Scarf and will be able to outspeed him. So I am just going to go for the Hydro Pump because knowing that the only Pokemon that he could perhaps take a hit very well with is going to be his Sleeping Jellicent. Now, right after I go for the Hydro Pump, I'm going to switch out once more. Although I could have gone for the Volt Switch and gotten a really good HP off, I know this would make him think that I'm pretty much Choice Scarf locked into something. I am going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Dragonite, as I guess he's just going to go into his Heatran right here. Not really sure what he was predicting. Anyway, as you saw my moveset, all my moves are either going to help boost his fire type attack or it's not going to hit him very well at all. So I have to switch out, maybe scouting if he does have the HP Ice. If he did have it, maybe he would have gone for it at that point. Nonetheless, I'm going to bring in my own Heatran, having a little bit more IVs, or not IVs, EVs than other Heatrans, so I will be able to go for the Earth Power. And, times 4 is super effective. I thought it would take him out, but it doesn't. and that will give him the opportunity to get up his Stealth Rocks, which is kind of annoying because I don't have my Rapid Spinner anymore. My Donphan died, so now he has a layer of spikes and his Stealth Rocks up, as I'm going to go for one more Earth Power. Now this wasn't a speed tie, I specifically put more EVs than other common Heatran sets, so that's good for me. I guess he's thinking maybe I'm choiced it this time because maybe I won the 2 speed ties and he thought, you know, maybe that would happen. So he's going to bring in his Terrakion to try to scare me away. I'm actually bringing a Shucka Berry set, which is good and bad. I'm actually going to go for the Protect Seal move he's going to lock himself into. And as he went for that move, I guess he wanted to think that I was going to switch out into my Dragonite because I would be able to take his hit very well from his Terrakion because he would be choiced into it, either Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. But I want to predict that, and knowing his Mamoswine is going to come in, I am just going to go for the Earth Power. I'm pretty sure the crit didn't matter, but I really did catch him off guard. And between catching him off guard with that Mamoswine and what I did previously with my Dragonite against his Latias, he doesn't really have too many threats anymore. I've definitely put a big dent in his team where I can exploit it pretty well. I am going to go for the Protect once more, and afterwards he's going to go for the Close Combat. I figured this would be a good time to sack my Heatran right here, because even if he doesn't take me out, I would be able to get some nice damage. If he does, I might be able to gauge what kind of Terrakion he is, and after he got the defense and special defense off, I had a pretty good chance of bringing my Dragonite right here, and instead of attacking, which I guess he predicted I would do, I'm actually going to go for the Roost. Now, I've lost more than 50% HP, and because Roost gets, 50% or around that, I will not be able to get myself back up to multi-scale range, but it's not going to necessarily matter because at the end of this turn, he'll know I have the Roost and the Draco Meteor, which is probably an interesting set. No one really sees it, and that's why this Dragonite has been pretty effective because nobody really knows what kind of moves are on this. He will not know that I have the Fire Blast until I go for it, so I'm pretty free to go for it. I am, again, a special type boosting nature, as well as this is super effective. Skarmy doesn't necessarily have the best special defense, and I figured this would not be especially defensive wall because he has the Latias and the Jellicent on his team as well. So I'm going to go for the Fire Blast. It doesn't miss. I'm able to take him out. It's all good. Next turn, he's going to bring in his Terrakion. Now, I really want to see what move he's going to lock himself into, and more importantly, I want to see what kind of set he is. I knew he was going to outspeed me regardless if he was Choice Scarf or Choice Banded. Also, I know he would be able to take me out regardless if he was Choice Banded or Choice Scarf. I know there are a few crits for the instance of that crit right there, but I really don't think it mattered much in this battle. Because at this point, although my Focus Sash is broken by the time I bring in my Breloom, it really won't matter because I know I will be able to take at least one Stone Edge. I'm just going to go for the Mach Punch just in case because I know the only Pokemon he could take the Mach Punch well with is going to be his Sleeping Jellicent, and because Jellicent has to sleep for a minimum of 2 turns, it will allow me to get 1 Swords Dance boost, and after that, again, as you know from previous times, I will be able to outspeed him. My other attacking move on the set is the Bullet Seed, so the +2 Bullet Seed, which is stab and super effective from, I believe, even though it's a Jolly Breloom, I will be able to safely take out this Jellicent, and at the end of this turn, he's just going to have 1 more Pokemon remaining, which is going to be his Terrakion. I'm really not scared regardless of what item it has. In fact, I don't think I knew at any point of the game. Nonetheless, it really won't matter because I have the priority move. Even if he had his own priority move being the Quick Attack and he was banded, he won't be able to take me out from this range, so it will allow me to go for the last move being the super effective and stab Mach Punch. And that will be able to clean up this game. I believe it was either a 2-0 or a 3-0. It was a pretty fun game that exploited really weird sets in this team, and since then I've changed this team up. Not sure if I'm going to upload much more with it, but nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I was not able to use Durant the whole time, and I really wanted to, as this team is based around Durant. Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed this. Rate, comment, subscribe, and as always, I love you. Kind of. No, not really. I don't really love you. Stop.